super simple sorbet that I eat practically every night for dessert, you guys, while in fat loss phase. I love this dessert. It is my most requested recipe, and I'm going to share it with you all today. So we start out with bananas, and they have to be the spotted bananas. I'm going to use 3 today. The sweeter you want your sorbet, the more bananas you use. So the bananas really kick up that sweetness factor. I usually use 2, but today I'm wanting a little sweet, so I'm going to add 3. And then these are the fruits I use. You can try this out. Experiment with any frozen fruit and let me know in the comments below like what you've tried. I'm really curious. This is all I've used so far. I'm really excited to try maybe a mango and pineapple. I think that'd be really good. But today we're doing berries. I have mixed berries. We'll use 2 cups of this. And I have blueberries. We'll use 2 cups of this. And then all you need is some water to get it moving around. So let's get this into the blender and let's get blending. I usually use frozen bananas, but I wanted to do it today with the unfrozen just to show that you can do it with unfrozen and it still comes out a little like ice creamy texture, and then you can just pop it in the freezer. The good thing about these is I pop it in the freezer or let them sit in the freezer. I make these up ahead of time. I have one in the freezer right now that's already frozen waiting for me. And then when I'm eating dinner, I just put it on the counter and I let it sit out for about 20 minutes. Usually it takes 20 to 25 minutes to get to the right consistency for it to be defrosted. Otherwise, for me, it's just too icy. If you like that like frozen-y kind of scraping it icy, then you'll really like it like that. But I like it defrosted, and it gets to be this texture when you defrost it, which is so good. So we have the bananas in. I put in 2 cups of the blueberries. I find the blueberries add such a good sweetness to this. I really love the blueberries. And then 2 cups of the mixed berries. And here I've used strawberries before instead of mixed berries. The strawberries are just super big hunks, so they're a little harder to turn. Now that we have the berries in here, I let this sit for about 10 minutes just to let the berries kind of defrost so it's a little easier on the blender. And if you don't have a high-speed blender, just let it sit out for a little longer so that the berries are still frozen, but just get soft enough so that the blender can kind of turn. So I'll meet you back here in 10 minutes. All right, it's been 10 minutes. To blend it up, I have my water ready. I have a big spoon to kind of move it around the bottom if I need to do that. And if you have a Vitamix, I have the tamper to move it around from the top. If you were just super anxious and you didn't want to wait the 10 minutes or 15 minutes, you could just use more water. I just feel like the less water you use, the more fruity it tastes, but you don't, it's like you want to get that little balance of water. Usually I end up using about a 1/2 cup. So I'll start with that, about a 1/2 cup in there. Maybe a little more. Then I'll get the blender going. So when I start to turn it up, that's when the blades stop moving a lot of time, and that's when I have to stop it and then use my big spoon just to kind of move it around. And you'll notice that the berries on top are still like in their whole form. You want to get all this moved around. My gosh, it's looking so good already, you guys. Yum. I mean, I'm just amazed that fruit and water can taste so good. So I'll start with it on level 1 and then I'll try and crank it up a bit. All right, it's looking super yummy. So because I didn't use frozen bananas, I had to use a lot less water. and I didn't have to let it defrost as long. So if you use the right bananas that are not frozen, you don't have to wait as long for the other fruit to defrost. And I like to keep a little bit of the berries kind of chunky, but you can run it till it's totally smooth. Yum. I'm going to run it one more time. All right, you guys, I had it up to about 2.5 on that one. Yum. I've just got to show you this. Yummy. So good. And then I have these little glass jars. I found them on Amazon. I'll put them down in the link below, and you can order them off Amazon. And also I have some plastic lids. They usually come with the metal lids, and I like the plastic lids. So I'll also link those down below. Dog intermission. And I find for me that I can fill up 3 of these and maybe a half. And usually the half I just eat right away. So I just scoop it out, and put it in the jars. And for me, this consistency is a little like looser than I like it. It's a little bit more defrosted. So if I were going to eat this for lunch, which I don't, I eat it after dinner as my treat at the end of the day. But if I were going to eat this after lunch, I would just stick it in the freezer for like 20 minutes while I was eating. And then I'm telling you, it would be nice and ready. It is so good. All right, you guys. So it's my favorite part, right? Time for the taste. I'll meet you over there. Yummy. Look at this, you guys. This is the money shot. So good. This is super banana-y. Like I said, I usually put 3 bananas or 2 bananas, and I did 3 this time. So if you don't like a lot of banana, put 2 bananas. But I love banana, so it's super good to me. And the berries, can taste the berries, the banana. It's so good. It's refreshing, cool, and it feels like such a decadent treat. I cannot even tell you. Please make this sorbet. You will love it. You will love it. And let me know in the comments below, like if you made it, if you used other fruit, whatever it is. I used to use soy milk in it just to get it turning, and my daughter was over and she said, "Mom, I just use water." And when I started using just water, oh my gosh, you guys, somehow it brings out the more fruity flavor. And you'll get to know the type of fruit or the kinds of fruit. Like for me, when I go to Costco and get the blueberries, their blueberries are so sweet, you guys. So I prefer the blueberries from Costco. And then the mixed berries I also get from Costco, but those I can get from anywhere because they have about the same amount of sweetness. But the blueberries just kick up the sweetness too. So I hope you enjoy this as much as I do. If you want some more super simple recipes or some inspiration for your weight loss journey, check out my playlists. I've documented my weight loss, and I've put out some super simple recipes that I eat every day, because if it's too complicated, I'm not doing it. I'll see you next time.